make something this commanding? Why create something that turns every arrival into an entrance? It's simple. You can build a car, or you can build a Cadillac.
The 2017 Cadillac Escalade. Ready for wherever the road takes you. With power-fold third-row seats, it has the space. And a best-in-class standard 420 horsepower engine. With precise magnetic ride control that reads and adjusts to the road 1,000 times per second, the Escalade has the ride and the presence that is as bold as you are. The Cadillac Escalade. Exceed all expectations.
Any vehicle can get you from A to B. But we all know there's more to it than that. Engineering, safety, design, performance. Not to mention the intangibles, like how you feel behind the wheel. Just you, your napping co-pilot, and the open road. For many, there's nothing more important than safety. And the new GLS reflects that dedication to excellence with a wide range of cutting-edge features, each designed to keep you and your family as safe as possible. The GLS comes with an array of cameras and sensors that constantly monitor everything around it. These systems work collectively to let you know if there's a potential road hazard, then actively assist you to try and avoid it. Simply put, the new GLS represents the pinnacle of Mercedes-Benz SUVs. The most intelligent, most innovative, most inspired vehicle in the Mercedes-Benz SUV lineup. The luxurious and supremely quiet cabin. Take a moment to take it all in. From the very latest technology, to the incredibly soft leather, to the exquisite design details found throughout. And with the simple touch of a button, the GLS provides third-row seating for up to 7, while also providing you ample configuration options. With such innovative design fused with remarkable functionality, let's just say you'll look forward to spending time here. And with available Apple CarPlay support, you can safely do things you do on your iPhone, get directions, play music, make calls, and so on. Your world, it's all here. Despite its commanding presence, the GLS is remarkably agile and responsive. Part of that is due to its airmatic suspension and 9-speed transmission, which makes for an incredibly smooth driving experience. Another exciting feature, Dynamic Select. With a simple turn of the dial, it lets you choose a driving mode that suits your taste, like sport or comfort, by changing the vehicle's dynamic. No matter what the driving surface, Dynamic Select really puts you in control of the driving experience. The GLS represents the very best of Mercedes-Benz. So many intelligent features, so many refinements, so many reasons to feel safe. And now you can look forward to something else, an SUV driving experience that only Mercedes-Benz could deliver. The new GLS. Sometimes you really can have it all.
Porsche's design strategy is based on 2 pillars. One of these is brand identity, the other is product identity. Brand identity means recognizing that the car is a Porsche. Product identity means recognizing which Porsche it is.
The new Cayenne has of course been defining the Porsche brand very successfully in the segment for over 15 years. This made it all the more important for us at the Porsche Design Studio to continue carrying this success story forward.
It all begins with a sketch. This sketch is elaborated on and thereby finds its way into the digital world. This is the beginning of something that resembles a game of ping pong. In other words, the pictures from the digital data model are revised by hand, and those changes are in turn incorporated in the digital model.
If we go through the car, starting from the front, the wings have become a little more pronounced when viewed from the front, also as regards the shape of the headlights.
Looking inside the headlight unit, you see that it is maximally modelled in 3 dimensions. The large air inlet vents, which are typical of a Porsche, are of course there for technical reasons, but they're also upgraded by very beautiful fine details such as these fins, which are functional too, of course.
The previous model already had a very dynamic roofline, in my opinion. But we have done some more work specifically on this line, as well as on the outline of the side window.
We now have a markedly flatter roofline, which makes the vehicle sportier. We have also designed a very beautiful dynamic outline for the side windows, making it look even more like a sports car.
I always say the 3 most important aspects of automotive design are 1. The proportions, 2. The proportions, and 3. The proportions. The relative size of the wheels compared with the body is extremely important, of course. When it comes to the fine-tuning, this includes the design of the rims, which can be made to look a bit bigger. Looking from the rear, we have Porsche's typical brand identity. The cockpit is drawn inwards. We have these shoulders.
We have the ribbon with the rear lights, which is part of the brand identity.
The story behind this is simply that we introduced the ribbon to the sports car as a new element. And this design element was then consecrated and became part of the Porsche brand identity.
In purely stylistic terms, the ribbon of the rear lights help us to distribute the volume better. The car looks distinctly more lightweight.
We adopt exactly the same procedure for the interior as we do for the exterior. Brand identity and product identity.
Here again, it was an important step to move forward into the modern age. That is to say, we now have a large center screen.
The display has become distinctly larger, and it also adopts the idea of touch-sensitive surfaces. We also try to give the driver and passenger the sense of really becoming a part of this machine. One example of this is the upward-sloping center console. The fact that the instrument, as we call it, is slightly curved. That's one of the themes that keep repeating throughout all our model ranges.
It is certainly an inspiration for us, making the existing elements of the car even more typical of Porsche in the next generation.
And we've tried to make things much cleaner, to tidy things up, to produce a calmer interior in which you can concentrate, well, first of all on the road, of course, but also on the beautiful materials, the gracefulness. We also use very high quality materials, of course. For example, in terms of the types of leather we offer, including top-class leather of club quality. Take a sports seat like this, for example, which has turned out very beautifully. A top-class seat, it looks very sportive with its pronounced shoulders and the integrated headrest, another typical Porsche feature.
And looking at the details, another aspect to be considered is the color. It too is a piece of the mosaic that makes a car look new.
The BMW Concept X7i Performance stands for a new step in the field of luxury for the BMW brand. We already have a 7 Series sedan for a number of generations, and now we want to offer that type of roominess, that type of luxury in an SUV, and that's what you see here in this concept vehicle. This concept vehicle it plays a big role also in the communication of our new design language for the BMW brand. We are introducing a form language that is cleaner, calmer, fewer lines, but the lines that we do have are very, very precise. And with that a cleaner form language, of course details become more important. Every detail counts, and in this concept vehicle you see all of these things. The cleaner body surfacing and the great care and attention for every single detail. Well, in the exterior design of this vehicle, it's of course all about luxury and presence. So there's a very vertical gesture to this car, immediately visible in the shape of the BMW typical grille. Also in side view, the pillars, the greenhouse is very vertically oriented. The car has a lot of room, so we want to communicate that. And then all the details are actually done in a very modern, very precise way, like the very narrow headlamps and the even more narrow tail lamps. They actually also emphasize the width and the modernity in this vehicle. Luxury in the interior, of course, has a lot to do with spaciousness. And the design that we have chosen for this car actually enlarges this feeling of spaciousness. The glass roof plays a big role, but also in the interior, where you find 3 rows of seats. There is really a lot of attention taken towards spaciousness. Then luxury, of course, comes across with all the details and certainly also the materials that we have chosen for this vehicle. Well, in the interior, of course, you find some classic materials like leather, but we've treated it in a different way with new patterns and stitching. You'll find some wood, modern interpretations, open pore wood, but you also find glass. We've done certain elements that as a driver you touch and you operate often in glass that was made by Swarovski. So there is quite a few details that we believe are out of the ordinary and really bring this car at a very high level of luxury. Connectivity is very important to us at BMW. We have the highest rate of connectivity in our fleet, and each of our new cars will show another step towards digitalization. In this concept vehicle you'll see bigger screens than you've seen before from us. Of course touch control, gesture control is possible, and in this vehicle passengers can also share digital content amongst themselves. You can move digital content from front to back in the car, so there's also another level, a new level of digital experience that you can get